starring James Melton. I will bring you music as swiftly as the dove. My song will fly. With my song will fly. The starlit faces, the joyous notes take wing across the sky. The blue and friendly sky. And in the music of love that I am bringing, may there be an echo to fill the night with singing. Oh, let me bring you music from within. Texaco dealers from coast to coast again welcome you to a half hour of friendly fun and music with James Melton, Anna Mary Dickey, David Brookman, Lynn Murray, the chorus and orchestra, and as our special guest this evening, the noted wit and man about Hollywood, Robert Benchley. And this is John Reed King reminding you that cold weather is about to pay your car a long visit. So why not pay your Texaco dealer a short visit? His expert checkup and changeover to quality lubricants will make your car drive more smoothly, more safely in the months ahead. And now, James Melton.
Thank you, John, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I think you'll be interested in knowing that behind the scenes in the Texaco Star Theater, your letters and your requests have been of great help to us in building tonight's program. For instance, a gracious lady out in Minneapolis asked for a duet from Puccini's opera La Boheme, which request is hereby and happily granted. A returned Air Corps veteran in Canada wrote that his life would be complete if Anna Mary Dickey would just sing How Deep is the Ocean. Well, pull up a chair, soldier. There's good music coming for you. And our man down in Texas wrote that he's always wanted to hear Robert Benchley explain about opera. Well, we didn't want to disappoint the man in Texas, so we coaxed Bob over tonight to have quite a dissertation on the subject. And now getting into one of my own requests, David Brookman, the orchestra, chorus, and I start your show with David Rose's hit song, Our Waltz.
Our waltz is music, passion in heaven, angels composed for us to dance. Our waltz is moonlight, trembling with kisses, each note a heartbeat throbbing with love. Angels were watching one day, and our love was their inspiration. Our waltz is springtime, filled with a promise never to fade with the dawn. Though you're gone, in my heart, dear, our waltz plays on.
as we heard that Bob Benchley was in New York on a holiday after finishing his job in Paramount's new picture Stork Club, well, we got on the phone and invited him to drop in here on our Sunday evening at home. And here he is, direct from the printed page of humor and the cinema, the wit, the raconteur, the bon vivant, Robert Benchley. Bob, it's swell of you to share part of your leave of absence from the Cinema Mills with us. Now, tell me, are you comfortably settled in New York?
Well, Jimmy, I can't say I'm really comfortable. You see, I'm living in the Times Square district.
Oh, I see.
Of course, I couldn't expect a room. But I am a very good hotel who rented me a very nice pillow.
That's nice.
I'm actually living, well, you know that gigantic reproduction of the Statue of Liberty down there?
Yes, Bob, I know. The one that advertises victory bonds?
That's the one. Well, my room is in her right arm. It's right up there. I got the elbow. Of course, I had a reservation. It was a favor to me, but I'm fairly happy about it. Of course, the family that lives in the Torch has to walk over me every night. Wakes me up when they say, "Excuse me." Then the people who live in the Crown have those wild parties.
Oh.
Fast penthouse sets, you know?
Oh. I know, but how about Hollywood, Bob? Did you have any room trouble out there?
Well, I'm sharing a room out there with the Great Dane. His name is Othello. He's a wonderful dog. He sleeps right at my feet every night.
Oh, but isn't he a little bulky, Bob?
Well, he curls up pretty small, you know, those Great Danes. There's one very awkward thing about it, though. Othello always wakes up during the night and wants a little snack. Keeps me awfully busy sewing my toes back on.
But it's home. It's home. Thank you, Bob. Make yourself at home, will you? We'd like to see you later. Now the orchestra gives you a musical introduction to our lovely leading lady, Anna Mary Dickey. Anna Mary, now that you've finished your very successful engagement over at the Wedgwood Room at the Waldorf, co-starring with Edgar Bergen and that little sliver off the old pine tree, Charlie McCarthy, I'd like to know, really I would, which is the most fun, working over at the Waldorf with Charlie McCarthy or over here with me? Go ahead, you can't hurt my feelings.
Oh, well, Jimmy, I do love the way you sing an Irish ballad.
Oh, thank you, Anna Mary.
And I adore your performances of operatic arias.
Miss Dickey, I'm overwhelmed.
And singing duets with you is an absolute joy.
Oh, really, Anna Mary, really?
And for pure perfection, oh, have you ever heard Charlie McCarthy sing One Meatball?
Anna Mary, I think you'd better go ahead and sing.
How much do I love you? I'll tell you no lie. How deep is the ocean? How high is the sky? Oh, many times a day
try that trumpet again. Ready, cheering section? 1, 2, 3.
What are you doing, John Reed?
What am I doing? Here I am about to make the biggest announcement of my career. I've waited years. Here I am.
I know. I'm sorry, old man. I won't interrupt you again.
All right. All right, everybody. Take a deep breath. It's here. It's here now from coast to coast. It's here now better than ever before in all 48 states. Texaco's great new Fire Chief gasoline. Yes, friends, north, south, east, and west, in all 48 states, from coast to coast, wherever you are in America, you can now drive in at any Texaco dealer station and get Texaco's great new Fire Chief gasoline. Yes, sir, it's back again in all 48 states better than ever before. Yes, Texaco's extensive wartime research has created a Fire Chief gasoline that gives you quicker starting, quicker warm-up, quicker pickup, greater smoothness, greater power. From now on, wherever you go, drive in at your Texaco dealers and say, "Fill her up, fill her up, fill her up, fill her up." Yes, fill her up with better than ever Texaco Fire Chief gasoline.
Till the end of time, long as stars are in the blue, long as there's a spring, a bird to sing, I'll go on loving you. Till the end of time, long as roses bloom in May, my love for you will grow deeper to every passing day, till the well runs dry and each mountain disappears. I'll be there for you, to care for you, through laughter and through tears. So take my heart in sweet surrender and tenderly sing a you love and care for till the end of time. Thank you, David. Always liked that song, and what a swell arrangement that was of yours. When the Wagnerian season gets around to the Metropolitan, most of us who want to take our mythology seriously, well, we purchase a copy of the libretto, but we never get around to reading it. Robert Benchley thinks it all a sorry state of affairs, and he's decided to do something about it. So now you're to hear the real lowdown on just what happens when the great Wagnerian operas come to town. Robert Benchley.
Well, this is sort of a brief rundown on the libretto for a semi-Wagnerian opera called Die Meister Genossenschaft. The cast of characters is as follows. Strudel, who's the god of rain. Schmalz, the god of slight drizzle. Immerglück, the goddess of the 6 primary colors. Ludwig das Eiweiß, he's the knight of the iron duck. And the woodpecker, who is sung by the soprano. Now, the argument of the libretto is as follows. The basis of Die Meister Genossenschaft is an old legend of Germany which tells how the whale got his stomach, by Kipling. Act 1, the scene is the Rhine at low tide just below Welschnoffen. Immerglück has grown weary of always sitting on the same rock where the same fish is swimming by every day, and sends for Schwirl, to suggest something to do. Shrill asks her how she would like to have passed before her all the wonders of the world fashioned by the hand of man. And she says she wouldn't like it. Act two now. Act two comes in now, and the scene is a mountain pass. Shrill comes to Immergluck and says that he has arranged for Ringblatz, the son of Fuchs, to engage in mortal combat with the Iron Duck. This pleases Immergluck, and she summons to her the four dwarfs: hot water, cold water, cool, and cloudy. They refuse to show up, so she seeks the advice of the two giants, Orphan and Bizit. And they tell her that she must procure the magic zither, which confers upon its owner the power of going to sleep while apparently carrying on a conversation. But Immergluck, remember Immergluck? Calls to her side Dampfboot, who's the tinsmith of the gods, and bids him make for her a Tarnhelm, or invisible cap, which will enable her to talk to people without their understanding a word she says. Act 3. The forest before the Iron Duck's bureau drawer. Encouraged by this sudden turn of affairs, I guess there must have been this somewhere. Immergluck comes to Earth in a boat drawn by 4 white Holsteins. And seated alone on a rock, remembers aloud to herself the days when she was a girl. Here the woodwinds take over, indicating the cleavage between love and death, or something. I don't know. And the timpani get up and file out of the pit so they don't like any of it. They don't like the whole thing. During the pizzicato for strings, which represents Immergluck's frustration at just being in the show at all, I guess, Rogel, he's a fellow I forgot to tell you about, Rogel. But he has built a funeral pyre on the summit of a high mountain. And after lighting it, climbs up on the top of a neighboring mountain and plays a mandolin until the fire goes out. Immergluck, by the way, never married. Now all that I have to do is write the music to go with it.
It's now duet time at the Texaco Star Theater, and Anna Mary Dickey joins me in our spotlight.
Jimmy, I think our duet this evening, O Soave Fanciulla, is one of the loveliest moments in the opera.
Well, it's certainly one of the most romantic scenes in La Boheme, Anna Mary. Mimi has knocked on the door to ask Rodolfo for a light, for a candle.
And the flame is lit in their hearts.
Suave
secrets of the phenomenal success of Rodgers and Hammerstein's great musical play Oklahoma is the simplicity of its melodies and its lyrics. The day after the show has been running all these years, almost everybody knows the words and the music of the hit songs. It's an even money bet that most people who like to sing in the shower are giving out with "Oh, What a Beautiful Morning." There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The corn is as high as an elephant's eye, and it looks like it's climbing clear up to the sky. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. All the cattle are standing like statues. All the cattle are standing like statues. They don't turn their heads as they see me ride by. But a little brown maverick is winking her eye. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. All the sounds of the earth are like music. All the sounds of the earth are like music. The breeze is so busy, it don't miss a tree. And the old weeping willow is laughing at me. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a day. I got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Oh, what a beautiful day. What a great picture in the Thank you. And now, John Reed King, front and center.
There are 2.5 million disabled American veterans today. To help these men and to help them to help themselves, the Disabled American Veterans Organization is trying to raise $10 million. This money will be spent for vital rehabilitation purposes, including the maintenance of 150 special veteran service centers, places from which disabled American veterans can get free legal advice, free information, and many other services. These 150 official veteran service centers will be staffed by disabled veterans specially trained for the purpose. America owes more than mere gratitude to its disabled veterans. To these men who gave us so much, let us all be as generous as possible. And now, James Melton, tell us what's coming up for next week.
Sure will, John. Looks like a mighty fine week from here. Tuesday night, I'll be in Buffalo, singing and sort of looking around. You know, that's the home of the old Pierce Arrow.
Look out, you Pierce owners. Where else, Sir James?
Friday night, it's Cleveland. I've sort of got a white steamer in work out there.
Guess you better take your coveralls with you.
Guess I better take my dress suit, too. Can't wear coveralls to the auditorium. Then next Sunday night, we'll all convene here at the Texaco Star Theater, where our special guest star will be the incomparable Jimmy Savile. Anna Mary, David, Len, and the boys and girls will all be here to greet him and to welcome you. Until then, this is faithfully yours, Jim Melton, saying now good night and see you Sunday.
Texaco dealers from coast to coast invite you to tune in next Sunday for another performance of the Texaco Star Theater and to drive in anytime. Remember, you're welcome. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting